Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. I have made a small change to the chart, just a small change because I have moved this wave 1, which I counted as here complete, to here, and this wave 2 from here to here. It is sort of just for giving it a little bit of more space in the current scenario that allowed me to move down the support box a little bit while still keep a valid impulse count in the third wave. I just want to max out the possibilities of this currently unfolding impulse, which in an impulse should still move higher in the fifth wave. So this fifth wave of the third wave we discussed before, should still move higher. Or it's not a valid third wave, okay? It's too shallow. It should, at the very bare minimum, reach $8.05. Better would be $8.66 or $9.20 or $9.77. So ideally, I'd like to see another high. If we don't get that one more high, then I have to count this as an ABC structure, which leaves the door open to all sorts of different potentials. So ideally, we're going to avoid it because it will make that chart extremely unclear. So that means below $6.09, if we get a sustained break below $6.09, I will not see this anymore as an impulse that's unfolding to the upside. It will become a very complex count. I mean, could it be a 1-2-1-2 setup? Possibly, but then this isn't clearly a 5-wave move. So it has a very corrective look. A, B, C, or WXY. You know, there are... that's not so important how we label the subwaves then, but there are enough indications for me to say that this is not a third wave then. And again, for a 1-2-1-2 setup, I would like to have a clear impulse. This looks like a 3-wave move, so it's extremely messy. Also, for a reliable wave 1, well, actually, it did not. It did break above the 78.6 extension. Okay, it didn't sustain there, but it's still a little bit too long. So above 720, that was the key level where I said, okay, this is not another wave 1 because it gets too long and then has that ABC look. So 2 scenarios I'm tracking. There's one scenario which is slightly changed. Had to adjust the wave count to give it a little bit more space, but support is now $6.09. to keep the impulsive look of this move up. Okay, so as long as that level is holding, I would still be focused on the yellow count. Whereas if we get a deeper pullback, things are going to get extremely messy, and then we have to prepare for frequent wave count changes, because then I'm looking at this as an A, B, C structure. And that really opens the door to either a completely new low, or to call this an A wave, then a B wave pullback, which can be deep, but will not make a new bear market low, and then C wave higher. That will just make the chart much less clear. So in an in an ideal world, we would see further continuation directly from here. If it's not doing it, it will just become a less likely chart. There are other scenarios I'm observing that, however, all have some problems. So it's not ideal. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm observing. So there's one scenario for only a shallow pullback and support is $6.09. And there's another scenario for a deep pullback, but I would only really look at that below $6.09. But it's also not a scenario that is probably great to be trading it, to be honest. So this chart will become much more risky for trading on the long side, in my opinion, with a break below $6.09. Now, because I don't want to confuse you, I'm not going to show you how the different options, how the more bearish scenario could unfold. Maybe we can look at that when this initial one at $6.09 will get invalidated. Because, it will just then become too messy. And a wave 4, we don't want a wave 4 below the 50% retracement. So here it's now waiting a little bit for clarity to see if the market can turn around before breaking below $6.09. But I've got the feeling we might have an upcoming wave count change here. Okay, that's my update about DOT. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.